I said, look at me. Most of the guys that started out in radio with, I don't even think are in the business anymore. Except for Meg Griffin, and he's on college radio or something. I said most of the guys.
And then you said Meg Griffin.
Right.
And he is on college radio.
That's right. I know what I said.
He?
Just kidding. I'm teasing. No, she's on satellite radio now, but...
What's that?
That's something no one can pick up.
I was going to say, who gets that?
No one. Martians.
They're getting that on other planets.
Yeah. I mean, one day it might be a factor in the radio community that you can now get satellite radio, which would come into your car, but the receivers haven't even been manufactured. It's a weird thing. They know it works. The satellites are up in the sky.
But they're not in any cars.
Because they haven't built any receivers yet. In fact, they don't even really have the prototype worked out.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird business. And General Motors and Ford and a bunch of the... big car manufacturers have finally invested money in satellite radio. So eventually they'll start to roll out with new cars you'll have AM, FM, and then the satellite band. Mm-hmm. And the satellite band will be that you'll pay a subscription rate, $10 or whatever it is a month, and you'll have satellite radio, which will be digital quality and no commercials. It'll be commercial free, which is the concept. But like I have satellite, I have DSS in my apartment, and you get satellite music services, and for some reason I don't listen to them. It's wall-to-wall music, no commercials, and yet it doesn't feel real.
Really?
Yeah,
it
I don't.
Canned.
It feels exactly. It feels canned, and I don't know why I don't use it.
I listen to it every once in a while, but only as like background. It's not like when I'm really wanting to listen to music.
Yeah.
Then I turn on my stereo.
Right, stereo or radio.
Right.
Do you ever in your? I can tell you why it doesn't work. Do you ever in your house or in your apartment turn on the radio?
No.
You turn on music that you want.
Right.
So even if you put on one of those channels, at that point you'd rather take out a CD and listen to exactly what you want.
Yes, but people do listen to the radio in the house. Now, the satellite music will be, if you're in your car, you won't have to put up with commercials.
Right.
And it'll be CD quality. The quality will be better because it'll be digital. Mm-hmm. It'll be delivered in a different way.
But will the rain mess it up?
Probably. The thing is that the satellite is they've already launched 2 satellites. Uh-huh. So everything is in place for digital radio, so to speak, except for the fact that the consumer doesn't have any huge demand for it.
The delivery system isn't there.
Yeah. Now, let's say you have an existing car and you want satellite radio. You're going to have to put in a receiver, which will run you about $400 or $500.
Yes,
now, I mean, is it that important to you to spend $400 or $500 at this point?
I got AM and FM.
Right. For free.
Yeah, what am I going to pay for?
Give me a free radio. They're gonna include it in the new cars being built, but that's a very slow rollout.
I saw a picture of the studios for what's that company, Sirius?
Sirius and XM. Those are the two.
I saw a picture of Sirius's studios. It's amazing.
You should see XM's. They've got a setup in Virginia where literally under one roof, and I mean this thing's a huge mega complex. Under one roof, they have every format. So you have the program director for the country music, for the talk station, for the news station, for the rock station, the alternative station, all under one roof in one bullpen. So all the program directors talk to one another. Mm. And then you have various studios where these shows go on, state-of-the-art, connected to one central computer system. So, for example, if you're the jock sitting there and you want a piece of trivia or something, you literally punch into the computer and pull it out. It's very state-of-the-art. I don't know where all this money's coming from.
But who is listening to it now?
Zero.
It's running,
Nobody.
Nobody's listening to
Nobody
it.
can get it. It's just they're putting money into the future, so to speak. They're banking on that this is going to be a very big deal. It might be, in terms of my opinion, one day I'll be able to go on a radio station not regulated by government interference because it'll be subscription like HBO.
Yeah, let's hope you're still doing this.
Well, I'm not going to still be doing it. But there'll be guys who, all the Howard Stern imitators who are now learning a new way of doing radio, little baby Howards, will be on satellite radio able to say the F word and the S word and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. So... that's the story on satellite radio. There are satellites up in the air now. We can't really get it on our radios. In fact, if you go to satellite radio executives and say, "Hey, let me see a demonstration of your product," They can't demonstrate it for you because there is no prototype.
So there's nothing to turn on and say, this is what it sounds like.
No.